Why do most people fail to change their habits? We set goals, we make plans, we get motivated for a while, but within weeks, sometimes days, the old routines return. The gym membership goes unused, the diet fades, the journal collects dust. The truth, according to James Clear in his best-selling book Atomic Habits, is that the secret to lasting change isn't about massive transformations overnight. It's about tiny, almost invisible improvements, small habits that compound over time to produce remarkable results. Today, we'll explore 5 powerful lessons from Atomic Habits and how you can use them to change your life one small step at a time. Lesson 1. Focus on systems, not goals. Most of us are obsessed with goals. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to write a book. I want to save $10,000. But here's the problem. Goals alone don't change behavior. Everyone who runs a marathon has the same goal, to finish the race. But not everyone trains in the same way. Some have better systems, and that's what makes the difference. James Clear explains, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Let's take writing a book as an example. If your goal is to write 300 pages, staring at that number will overwhelm you. Instead, create a system. Write 1 page a day. At first, it feels small, almost trivial, but after a year, you've written 365 pages. That's a book. Think about this in your own life. If you want to get fit, don't obsess over the goal weight. Focus on the system. Going to the gym 3 times a week, preparing healthy meals, walking 20 minutes each day. Goals give you direction, but systems keep you moving. When you commit to systems, progress becomes automatic. Lesson 2. Habits compound like interest. Imagine you have $1. Every day, it grows by just 1%. At first, the difference is barely noticeable, but after a year, that single dollar becomes $37. This is the power of compounding, and habits, good or bad, compound in the same way. Skip a workout once, not a big deal. Skip it twice, then 3 times, and suddenly you've lost the momentum. Eat 1 unhealthy meal, no problem. But repeat that pattern for months and your health starts to crumble. The scary part is that negative habits also compound. Scrolling social media for 15 minutes turns into hours lost each week, which turns into thousands of hours wasted over years. But here's the good news. Positive habits also compound. Reading 10 pages a day doesn't feel like much, but it turns into 12 books a year. Saving $5 a day doesn't feel like much, but it becomes $1,800 in a year, and much more with real investment returns. James Clear puts it simply, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. So instead of asking, what results do I want tomorrow? Ask, what habits can I repeat today that will make tomorrow inevitable? The magic isn't in the huge dramatic change. It's in the small, boring, consistent actions that add up over time. Lesson 3. Make habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. One of the most practical frameworks in Atomic Habits is the 4 laws of behavior change. 1. Make it obvious. Want to drink more water? Put a glass on your desk where you can see it. Want to practice guitar? Leave it on a stand in the living room instead of hiding it in a closet. 2. Make it attractive. Pair habits with things you already enjoy. Listen to your favorite podcast only when you're at the gym. Brew your favorite coffee while you journal in the morning. 3. Make it easy. Reduce friction. Want to floss? Start with 1 tooth. Want to run? Just put on your shoes. The key is lowering the barrier so low that you can't say no. And 4, make it satisfying. Our brains crave immediate rewards. Cross habits off the calendar, track streaks, or give yourself a small reward. Make the habit feel good in the moment, not just in the distant future. The reverse is also true. If you want to break a bad habit, make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. For example, if you want to stop eating junk food, don't keep it in the house. If you want to reduce social media use, delete the apps from your phone. Design beats discipline. If you shape your environment to follow these 4 laws, habits become much easier to stick with. Lesson 4. Identity is the key to lasting change. Here's a radical idea from Atomic Habits. True change isn't about what you want to achieve, it's about who you want to become. Most people focus on outcomes. They say, I want to run a marathon. But outcomes can fade. What lasts is identity. Instead of saying, I want to run a marathon, say, I am a runner. Instead of saying, I want to quit smoking, say, I am not the type of person who smokes. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you believe you are. When you read every day, you cast a vote for being a reader. When you exercise regularly, you cast a vote for being an athlete. Over time, your habits reinforce your identity, and your identity reinforces your habits. Think about it this way. Motivation might get you to start a habit, but identity is what makes it stick. Because when your habit becomes who you are, quitting isn't an option. So ask yourself, who do I want to become, and what small actions would prove that identity true? Lesson 5. Breakthroughs come from tiny changes, not big goals. James Clear uses the analogy of an ice cube. Imagine a cube sitting in a room at 26 degrees Fahrenheit. You slowly heat the room, 27, 28, 29, still nothing happens. At 31 degrees, still nothing. But at 32 degrees, suddenly the ice begins to melt. All the work before that point wasn't wasted, it was building momentum. And that's how habits work. Progress often feels invisible until one day it's undeniable. The first 99 attempts look like failure, and the 100th looks like an overnight success. But in reality, it was the accumulation of all those tiny steps. So this is why patience is crucial. You can't expect instant results from small habits, but if you trust the process, breakthroughs will come. Think about bamboo. It spends years growing roots underground before it suddenly shoots up 80 feet in just a few weeks. Habits grow the same way. So if you feel stuck, if you feel like your small efforts don't matter, remember the ice cube. Remember the bamboo. Your hard work is not wasted. It's compounding beneath the surface, waiting for the breakthrough moment. Now, here's a quick challenge you can start today. Pick one habit you want to build. Make it so easy you can't fail. Want to read more? Start with 1 page a night. Want to exercise? Do 2 push-ups after brushing your teeth. Want to meditate? Sit quietly for 1 minute in the morning. Track your progress on a calendar. Each X you mark is a visual reward. Don't break the chain. Remember, you're not just building a habit, you're building an identity. Every small action is a vote for the person you want to become. So ask yourself, who do you want to become, and what small action will you take today to cast your vote? If you found this useful, subscribe for more powerful lessons from the world's best books. Your future self will thank you.